It's physically possible. These are gods you're talking about, Al. Gods! God! The stairs and the rampart. Like, what stairs are you looking at? Are these stairs here? That could be a pair of stairs by Chadley, maybe? There we go. Haven't been up this way yet. Oh, you see, I have been up here before. It's just they don't show you every level of the map at the same time, which throws me off.
Our candy uses locally produced cherries and chocolate.
Oh, care for a match?
We're here for the card you took from the bartender.
You son of a bitch.
The card. So, Vash has resorted to this, hiring people to win its games for him? Fine, but word of warning, I'm not a pushover like some folks.
The tracking in Elden Ring doesn't strike me as much more tracking than the other ones, so I don't even bother. It's like, yeah, no. Always been there. Honestly, this is fine. Keep the hands. Definitely more aggressive than Dark Souls 1. Got a wolf for the bottom. Pop you there. Magic pots. I do want to try and get a nice slot for you. Could I? Nah. Go here. If he's smart, he's gonna take the middle. Ah, he was smart. What a bastard. Try and take back the top. Damn. I'm not gonna be able to get my magic pot down. Wait, crystalline crab. 3, 4. Ugh. It's too late for crystalline crab. That's such a bummer. I really gotta buy new cards. Well, I'll have trouble taking the top row if I do this. If I can win the bottom row, I'm alright. Damn it, Moo! Now you show up? You shitty little bastard. Alright, he's tying that row. Opponent can't do anything. Pretty sure this is a tie. Yep, that's a tie. Fine, rematch. See, the thing with, like, getting hit or not getting hit, you could watch videos of people just completely no-hitting every single encounter in Elden Ring, so you know it's possible. They go in there, they bring themselves down to like a quarter of their health, or rather a fifth of their health, to proc extra damage. Just glass cannon the whole thing. Without taking a single hit. And that's like, that'll never be me. That is not the button I wanted. Oh yeah. Like, it's just a literal matter of learning patterns. Alright, if I can manage to get this to be a magic pot, that would be phenomenal. That brings it up to 2. So many bad draws here. I feel like, again, it depends on the person, depends on the boss. Like, some people will walk through first time everything, other people won't. I'm missing like the 1 cards I want to be drawing for each of these situations. If I do this and then the bird, I can magic pot exactly where I want to go. Alright, this is a huge buff for a lot of my slots. We're gonna do this. I am sacrificing some board space to do it. It's gonna bring me an 8 there, but I'm not gonna be buffing the card above, which is what I really want. I don't understand. Why can't I take that slot? It's good enough. One of his cards prevented placement. You son of a bitch. He's gotta win by 1? I mean, Bloodborne is amazing. I do love Bloodborne. Absolutely adore Bloodborne. I really gotta get better cards that give more placement. Alpha Dunk needs to be removed from the deck. Going backwards is the worst. We want to go forward. So Crab and Moo are great, and Magic Pot's great. I'm gonna ditch just Alpha Dunk. You know what? Yes. This is pretty good. J-Unit Sweeper in the bottom middle. Bottom middle. In the middle. Right there. Excellent. This crab's gonna buff the middle slot for me now. And again, if I can make that into a 3, it'd be stupendous. That makes it a 2. Moves the card below. Yeah, I need to get to there quick. Is there a better thing I could put there? This does it. I need the center tile. If I can place soldier there, this is all good. You bastard. You've ruined everything. That takes back that slot for me. I mean, I can still put Magic Pot down, it's just not in a great spot. God damn it. Again. Ruin everything. Oh. This dude's good at the game! What a bastard. I'm winning one row. I gotta change my deck. Where are you, son of a bitch? Screamer, I understand now. You require 3, but you take up a lot of board. No Alpha Dunks, 2 Screamers. I'm worried about the curve. I did not have the same experience as you, Al, but I will not invalidate your experience. Soldier's good, Crab is good, Magic Pot. I don't want to discard him, and I guess I'll hold on to Screamer too to see if we can make it work. Let's go. So Soldier's a nice opener here. Gonna try and just push forward real fast. Deny them land. Another Soldier, good. It's a 3 peg. I don't think I can make 3 pegs work. Cool. What a jerk. He does nothing for the deck, really. No, I should really not have Screamer in there. It's terrible. Leveron, if I could place you in the upper portion, that'd be nice. Neat, neat. Just to make sure you can't take that away. I got Magic Pot here. Alright, that takes the middle lane from me. He has the bottom lane. I will have the top lane. That gets me a 5. That gets me a 6. That gets me a 6. Well, guess I'll dump the wolf then. I win, you bastard! You expect one of the bosses of the upcoming DLC to be your favorite boss? I think that's reasonable.
Ah, damn. I really lost?
They are good at escalating.
It was one hell of a match, though. Am I right? You and I are definitely gonna have to play again sometime.
Never again.
But, not today. Gotta run.
Hold it. Aren't we forgetting something?
Right, the card.
Right.
The one I won off Vash, right? Oh, shoot. Which card was that again?
Oh, I forgot to ask what card
crap,
it was.
I remember. The Chocobo and Moogle one. So this is kinda awkward, but I don't have it anymore.
Is that so?
No, seriously, I flipped it. I was on my last gill, so I had to sell it to a card collector. A guy named Thorin. He runs this card shop outside of town. Maybe check with him?
A merc's job is never done. Am I right?
Yeah, there's only one developer that I comfortably pre-order from, and that is FromSoft. They've never let me down.
I drew Midgard. Cool off with some chocobo ice cream.
Still on the second floor. We've always enjoyed the cam of it. Alright, I'm done with the side quest in town. Oh, there is one more opponent for me, though.
We're working as hard as we can to get the power grid back online.
Did I pass it?
All the kids at school are playing it. You gotta buy
All
it
the
for
kids
me.
at school are
This
playing
multi-tank
it.
allows us to live in
It's directly in front of me. How am I missing it? Aha, over here. Wait, what? Up there.
giant pipe that travels both above and
A little
Jesus, calm
booty
is big.
talk. Ooh, looky here. I'd say we got ourselves a contender.
We got ourselves
So
a
how about it, pretty
contender.
boy? You want to throw down? But first, let me introduce you to Nene, master ventriloquist. Now, she ain't much of a talker, but give her a deck of cards, and she'll wipe the floor with you so fast, it'll make your head spin. Ready to get your ass handed to ya? Well, are ya?
I mean, Elden Ring broke expectations by wildly outselling any estimations they had. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got more than just one DLC, but at the same time, they could just straight up go for a sequel. They could go for Elden Rings 2. Dark past America at Radagon with the big octopus we found dead under Stormvale. I believe that's a part of the Godwin curse. The Deathroot curse, that's part of Godwin's weird corpse situation. That's my understanding. I should have removed that card that cost 3 pegs. Like, if I have 3 pegs, I don't need to push forward at that point. But Sweeper here helps. If I had another Sweeper in my hand. But I don't. So Crab here would be fine. God, I wish we would get more Sekiro. I fucking love Sekiro. Sekiro is like a perfect video game. A perfect video game. God damn it. That is detrimental for my plans, to say the least. You went and ruined it, you bastard! Yeah, I gotta get Screamer out of the deck. Screamer's not doing anything for anybody. I tie the bottom row, I tie the middle row, I can take the top row. Oh, he took the bottom row by playing Cacti. Well, 5 is not good enough. Restart. Yeah, Screamer's not gonna cut it. That's a terrible card if you think about it. It gives you a lot of spots, but you have to somehow get 3 pegs somewhere where that's going to be a viable thing. And Queen Bee doesn't even make any sense. There's only 3 lanes. Queen Bee lets you jump over 1 row. If you play it in the middle, it's terrible. That can actually be helpful for doing a couple of things. You know what? I'll put the queen bee back in. Can't play queen bee in the middle. A jump attack builds. I feel like if you're going jump, might as well just go all in for like a stagger builds. Just break their staggers. Use jump in association with other things that are good at breaking their stagger meter. That would be my thing. Let's see here. I'm gonna hold on to everything that lets me do a buff. Taurus, Demon, and Havel killed you more than anything else in Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Kept count. Daddy Gale literally killed me more than any other boss in the base game. Well, Gale's like one of the most intense fights in the fucking game. So that tracks. Oh, Gascoigne! Never mind. Gascoigne I didn't find terribly difficult. Well, I've already set up for my big play. Oh, baby, it keeps on coming together. Yeah. Oh my god. That's pretty handy dandy for my purposes. Didn't get the moo I wanted, but I can put my crab down still. Nope, can't put my crab down anymore, not the way I want it. But now I can. Good luck taking it back now, loser! Oh my god, I'm gonna decimate. Where's Magic Pot? Come on, Magic Pot. Damn it. Magic Pot didn't show up, so it's less of a decimation and more of just a domination. I had a spot for Magic Pot the whole time. There's Magic Pot, you little bastard. You know what? If I had to choose a hardest boss fight across the entire franchise, Orphan of Kaz is the one I would pick.
Phew, this guy packs one hell of a punch. But hey, you can't win them all. Besides, what really matters is you were brave enough to take on a bona fide card shark like Pretty Boy here. Sometimes you gotta take the L if you're serious about upping your game. Listen, kid, you got what it takes to be a champ. I'd bet my bottom gill on it. Now why don't you show Blondie your appreciation for being such a good sport? Thank you for playing cards with me, mister.
This child needs a therapist. Boy's not right. Crystal Knight has the crown. Elden Ring was on the easier side for me, but I played in the opposite order of you. That's not the button I wanted. I wanted this button. Maintenance warehouse. That's a nice quick fast travel. Let's go. Where's Johnny? I know it was Johnny.
This the warehouse the mayor was talking about? Huh. Place looks fresh out of Merc's to me.
Did someone say Merc?
I know you.
Oh, it's
You're
not
that
Johnny.
chick who was shitting on Avalanche.
What, is that Cloud? But I was sure this wasn't your turf.
Don't tell me. You're the merc the mayor hired?
Kyrie doesn't work for free. Or cheap.
She works for clothing. Everything's ripped and tattered. I need new
How either
clothes.
of you get any work is a mystery to me. We're here on behalf of the mayor. Man wants a progress report.
Yes, progress is what I've been making. And I'm just dying to tell him all about it. But the thing is, I haven't actually, done anything. I need more parts. Wouldn't it be fun if we looked for them together?
Wouldn't it be fun if you did your job?
I could really use a guiding hand from a vet in the industry. Like you. I swear I'll do anything.
Anything? Fine. I'll help.
I think I had more trouble with
If you stop
Robo-Melania.
calling yourself a merc.
You, sir, have a deal. Okay, so these are the parts that I need. More would probably be better, but that number there's the bare minimum. So, any questions?
Where are the parts?
You can probably find them in scrap heaps somewhere nearby. I mean, I know you can.
Let's do this.
Sweet! See you soon!
I thought you were coming with us.
No, I need to stay here and look for...
So I'm doing the job for you. Oh, you suck. I'm being hornswoggled here. Come on, that's a solid wall. You can't trick me. Pick up the last thing. Does it not go away? Just gonna be there as a reminder to the other parts. Leave it behind as a reminder to the other parts.
Last chance to back off. Gotcha. Not enough.
It's over.
Have I assessed a Toxarat before? Let's find.
It's over.
For you!
Just like that, okay?
Just killing rats. Everything's easy when you parry. I feel like the difficulty is getting the parry windows down, though. Like, you gotta learn a somewhat difficult skill, which then you employ to make it easier. Do, do, do. Oh, as you fall into the trap of, like, you're using swords? That makes the game too easy. Bows only. Bows only. It's on that side of the pipe. It's right in front of me. Where the hell is it? There it is. See, I'm excited for the DLC because it looks like a ranged build will now be legitimately viable. Because, like, bows only has always been a meme build that you can make happen, but it's always a struggle. Like, those throwing knives slash swords look pretty cool in the trailer.
Holy mother of scrap metal! Way to go, guys! When we're finished, that
Specifically, I mean, like,
massive.
arrows and, like, throwing knives, like, that kind of ranged build. A physical ranged build.
Now then, follow me, would you? Let's not keep my money, I mean, the pie, waiting.
Alan, this is gonna be a very American-centric joke.
Because if she did, I'm not
Why?
going back. I'm sick of her treating me like a
You
little
sound a
kid.
bit like
Everybody
an
enjoy
indigo
her job.
child that has come of
So I
age.
packed up and hit the road. Now I'm out
Not
here
only is that an
making a
American
fortune.
joke, that's an American joke that
Can't
only
wait to rub
people
my success in her
older than
smug
like
face.
30 are going to even come close to getting.
Tell him, Merc, defend me. Time to take out the trash.
That's it.
Be at peace.
trivializes things you could parry. Fair enough.
Sloppy.
Sloppy. Have I assessed all of you?
Best do it right.
This person only meets one of those demographics.
Feeding time.
What's that?
Wait, there's something alive.
Gotcha.
Oh, you see, parrying in Bloodborne is great, but you have to do it not with a gun. You do it
Let's get going.
with tentacles. Tentacle parries are the best in Bloodborne. To explain my joke for younger folks, and folks that are, like, American, basically, like, you were a kid, never struggled, you never had to try, never studied, so, you know, you aced your tests without studying, and then one day you hit a plateau and, like, suddenly things are hard, and you have to try, and it's annoying. But, like, that's
Here we are.
my joke, because it sounds like, oh, I didn't have to try with the other ones, but now I have to try. It's like, oh, but that trying's fine. I don't like this joke, because you feel targeted, right?
Stay back.
It was easy before.
That's it.
That was also me. Like, I literally never once studied. Math was just a thing you do. And then one day it was like, wait, I don't know math? Happened at the worst time, too. Because, like, math was just math. You didn't have to try. It was easy. And then the year it stopped working for me was, like, calculus time, and the teacher I had a very thick accent that I had trouble understanding, so like I couldn't understand the math, and I also couldn't understand the person teaching me the math, and that was not a good time.
Deal with that. Leave it to me.
Need a light?
It's over. Go for it.
I'll take care of him. Sorry, but I gotta.
It was a thing you used to hear all the time in like the late 80s, early 90s. It was like, oh, this generation's filled with indigo children.
Look at Mr. Know-It-All. Okay, that ought to do it. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, when you don't
And my
understand the
reward
teacher,
is a
it's a lost cause.
Let's go and grab a drink. Celebrate the birth of our great mercenary union.
Forget our deal already?
Oh, exactly. Like, it was just another way of talking about
My brains and
kids
your
that don't
brawn,
fit the
we can clean
molds.
up.
I'm not your
Gifted child is another way to call it.
Stop being such a tight ass. The point is, I can help you. I can talk you
Yeah,
up.
gifted child.
Please don't.
Exactly, Alan. 100%.
Well, since you're the only merc in town, guess this one's all
Like,
yours.
you're putting the advanced classes, your fast tracks. Get the special treatment.
Let's see.
Hello there.
Pushing it.
Hex, what's up?
Go back me down now.
Try this.
Bleed. Pathetic.
Don't look at the mushrooms too much.
Bleed. Mine's dipping.
I'll show you what I can do.
I swear,
Gotta
they
go
made
for it,
everything
hero.
Aerith says sound vaguely
more
dirty.
shot.
They know what they were doing.
It's your turn.
Fight through it. Let's do this. I have you. It's over.
What are we gonna do about the
Homework
kid?
is a bullshit concept.
Nothing. Forget her. Repairs are done. Let's go see Fritz.
See, with the American school system, if you're put into like the privileged classes, like the advanced track, you're in AP, you're in fucking honors. A lot of those classes just straight up are like, no, you don't have to do homework. And it's completely unfair. Like, I remember, like, friends of mine that would have to do so much, and it's like, I don't have to do homework. In the honors class, you know, You do everything else. The class is harder, but like the class wasn't harder.
There
But the
you
school
are.
system's just garbage.
I heard everything from the Merc herself. She told me how you helped with the pipeline repairs. And sure enough, thanks to you, the Mako is flowing again.
Yeah, the Mako's
We're in
flowing
your
like
debt.
Mako.
Where's your Merc now?
I'm not sure. She left just as soon as I paid. For another job, perhaps. Guess that's what fame buys you. Plenty of work and never enough time in between.
Sounds like you still got competition, Merc.
Before you run off, she set this aside for you. Insisted that her fellow Mercs be compensated.
Yeah, that's why homework is stupid. Like, there's only so much time in the day. You'll have 8 classes, presumably. If all of them are, like, giving you homework, it's untenable. That doesn't even get onto the fact that, like, alright, we're gonna be having teenagers and preteens doing these things. What time do we have them show up? Oh, you know, ass crack of dawn in the morning, despite the fact that at that stage in development, that is not when their brains are kicking in. So, if you are unlucky enough to have a subject you find challenging be your first period or second period class, you're fucked. You're just fucked. Good luck trying to be awake to learn these stupid things. I just went back to game. I'm here for the card. Don't make me kill you for it.
Hey there. You folks buying or selling?
We're
What
here
you
for the
buying?
Chocobo and Moogle card.
What are you
Of course
selling?
you are. Hate to break it to you, but ain't no way I'm giving up that beaut. At least, not to some dabbler who fancies himself a collector. Unless you more than dabble.
Oh, I frabble.
Tell you what, you beat me, and that card is all yours.
God damn it.
So, you game?
Yeah. What's Queen's Blood? Well, first I'm gonna purchase some cards. I'm sorry, you're not going to show me what the cards do? I mean, I got the money. I could just buy whatever I want. Well, like, seriously, what do the cards do? I obviously gotta own Fat Kokobo. Sorry, I got P. BRP. Failed algebra because the teacher hated that you didn't do homework. You slept through most of the class, got A's. She just ruined your high school math possibilities. I had a somewhat similar experience with a art teacher that hated the fact that, like, I would fight back with her on her concepts of art. Because she was, like, the studio art teacher, and she didn't think that, like, cartooning was art, anime was art. Like, anything that wasn't just straight up fundamental painting to her was not art. And I was in the hospital once. And I didn't turn in a paper on time because I was in the hospital, right? And when I showed up and, like, handed in the paper was late, automatic F. Like, we had to go, like, to the principal. It was bullshit. And even then, like, the principal's like, we can't do anything about it. Like, it's her class, whatever. Like, your son's not gonna fail. Obviously, like, he's a straight A student. But, like, I was just pissed off that, like, they cheated. Like, the teacher cheated to give me a bad grade. And the best part is, like, after all of that, like, I graduate that year, go the next year. That's rude. Yeah, right? Super rude. Well, it was really funny, like, all of that stuff, the next year, the class I took in my art curriculum, cartooning and illustration. It's like, straight away, it's like, that bitch. Like, literally the next class I was able to take after hers was what she said wasn't art. She's like, you can't do this. This won't fly going forward. Literally was the next step. Principal could do anything. They're basically like, the teacher... She was like a cryptid. I used to make jokes that they built the school around her, that she predated the school. She was very elderly. When she was a child, polio was like a part of her experience. So, like, she had one leg shorter than the other, so you could hear her. This was Miss Loja. Gomper would know. because Gomper went to the same school as me, but Miss Loja. But I used to joke around like you could hear her coming down the hallway and you should fear. You did fine in your class? I was hospitalized with an injury and I didn't turn in a written assignment. The only written assignment we ever had. And she gave me an F on that particular paper. It was like some essay. I don't remember what the essay was about. I did great otherwise, but I would get into arguments with her all the time. Although I was like the only person in class that didn't give her shit when she brought tripe. Like she would bring tripe in a Tupperware container and heat it up and eat it for lunch. And like weird food never got to me as a kid. I was just like, yeah, it's tripe, whatever. My grandma's eaten tripe before. Like I don't like tripe, but I'm not gonna like make jokes about it. But Miss Loja was there longer than the principal was. So like when this fight happened about like how was he supposed to turn the essay? Like she said I could have turned it in the day before I went to the hospital. She told people she wouldn't give extra credit for cleaning the room. I never understood people that are like, can we get extra credit? I clean up by myself and get extra credit. She blatantly would play favorites all the time. So that doesn't surprise me. Because I knew the game, yeah. I knew the game in 9th grade with, I don't remember the teacher's name, but the Italian class. I never learned any Italian taking her class. She floated me through with an A just because I treated her with respect and I wasn't an asshole. Like, that was the game. That woman straight up for the oral exam would just say things out loud and I repeat them back to her. She's like, excellent, 90%. I was like, I don't know Italian. I feel like I want 2 of each. How much money do I have? 7,000. So it's gonna be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Yeah, you know what? I'll spend 3,000. Oh, he only has 1 in stock of each of these. Never mind. This is like going into a card store and buying magic cards, but they cover up the part of the card that tells you what it does and what its stats are. And they only show you the art. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm buying cards and I don't know what they do. I don't understand why we're not showing me what the cards do. You're a card store! Why won't you tell me what the cards do? Like, what are their stats? Ah, whatever.
Then bust out those cards, boy.
Bust out them cards, boy. I hated busy work. Some light homework that gives you a few problems to work through and helps solidify what you learned, you found helpful. I feel like that's just straight up, like, studying. Study material is something I would accept. But homework was often, like, garbage. I think the worst example was AP History in either 10th or 11th grade for me. And the homework was just go home, read 5 chapters, write like a 5-page essay on what you read in those chapters, turn it in, and like most of the time it's just fluff in there. Like you're not learning anything. I wasn't learning anything. I hated that. It was garbage. Just give me like, here's what's relevant, help me review what's relevant. I hate just like straight up read chapters. Instead of me doing that, why don't you teach me? Holy shit, Fat Kokobo. Cactar's interesting. Mandragora makes a copy of itself. Cost 1 is worth 1. That's an interesting card. Cactar's good shit. I think Cactar is going to replace... People writing history textbooks are paid by the word. Ooh, Toxarat. Increases the power of a card to the right of it by 3? is worth 2, costs 2 to place. We won't be awake if we played. Maybe, Ash. But sleep well. Like, at some point in the not-too-distant future, it'll be off-stream, but I will be playing some Helldivers. But that's also true for, like, tomorrow at a more reasonable time, when you're more awake, possibly. Fat Kokobo was not worth my purchase. It is worth 5 points. Actually, you know what? That's what makes that kind of good. This card, it's worth 1! It requires 3 pegs to place. It's worth 1. If it costs 3 pegs, you're never going to be able to play it at a forward position. And, like, that's where you want something that has a lot of board control. I don't understand this card. I would love someone to, like, show me a video essay on why Screamer is not garbage. Because this looks like a trash card to me, Screamer. Titan's worth 5 points. That is badass. Devil Rider's worth 4 points. Yeah, we got some much better cards here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and go to deck slot 2, and I'm going to make a new deck. It's to capture spaces at the last minute when you would have 3 pegs to spare. But the trick with that is, if we look at Screamer, 5 of its slots are pegs that theoretically you already had to use to bring that up to 3 pegs. Like, it's going to require something above it, something below it, something to the left of it. Theoretically, we're getting new cards with new layouts. So, like, with diagonals, you'll be able to do it a little sooner. But I think 3 pegs is too late in the game for something like that. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, this game, the card, trash! Fat Kokobo, 5 points? Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Just because it gives you 5 points. Like, that's a high-value card. I understand Fat Kokobo. Screamer? Screamer's garbage! I don't understand Screamer at all. Alright, we're building a deck here. Anything that lets me increase value of already placed cards, we're gonna put in the deck just to get us started. We might end up trimming some of them. But right away, these are cards that when I place them are going to improve other cards. And that's some good stuff. They're not terribly high value cards themselves, but like, they make other cards more valuable. This card is good for getting space behind you. I feel like cost 3, sorry, is worth 3, cost 2. Mandragora is pretty interesting. It makes copies of itself, so you don't have to worry about not drawing something to let you push forward. Quetzalcoatl, that's a very interesting layout. Zoo, Devil Rider. What do we got? 1, 2, 3... Definitely need something else that's gonna be easy to place. Honestly, this dude with a little plus, not bad. Not bad. So right now, my deck, super low value, but it buffs itself. But we probably can't just have that. This is only gonna buff something in the bottom forward row. Cactar might not be great, but it is gonna buff it by 3. Buffs it by 2, buffs it by 4! I often have an empty slot in, like, the middle or back left or bottom left. This could definitely be a nice one. Toxarat's gonna buff it by 3. Moo's only buffing by 1. Let's take Moo out. You're buffing multiple things by 2. Alright, that gives me room for some other interesting cards. Titan being worth 5 is worth throwing into the deck, I think. And you know what? Fat Kokobo. Who doesn't want a Fat Kokobo? That gives me a couple of higher value cards. And one of them only requires 2 pegs, which is not too bad. Easy enough. Don't want too many 3-peggers. You gotta take the pegging easy in this game. You don't want to go too hard, too fast when it comes to pegging. J-Sweeper. You know, I understand Alpha Dunk better now. Being worth 4. Let's try this deck. It's probably terrible, but I'm willing to experiment. You failed French once? I had a lot of struggles with French, but again, we were talking about how, like, I always thought the honor system versus the remedial system in the American high school system is trash. And a great example of that was my French class. Like, I was terrible in French. I definitely wasn't learning right. I struggled. And just because the teacher that was running the French class was also one of the people responsible for, like, organizing and maintaining the honors system, she floated me. Like, she would berate me all the time, but, like, I was being floated just so her numbers would look good. Like, I shouldn't have made it through French. Definitely should have made it. Technically, this was middle school. This wasn't high school. 6 mistakes and you fail. That's it. See you next year. Jeez, that's rough. I figured you meant your equivalent to English. English I never struggled with. English was my favorite. What's going on, Mona? This is a Final Fantasy VII. It most certainly is. But they introduced a Final Fantasy VIII style card game into Final Fantasy VII, confusing everybody. Oh yeah, fat Kokobo. I want to get Fat Kokobo down early, and I could do that. Oh, hell yeah. I can get Fat Kokobo down already. I don't know, because I hate Final Fantasy. Do you hate every Final Fantasy? Follow-up question, what about them don't you like? I'm curious. Because if it's like the turn-based element, this game is not turn-based, it's like a real-time action game. Oh my god. Buying new cards is gonna make this almost too easy now. Everything. Well, like, if you like a game that's not a turn-based, if you like a real-time action game, but then Final Fantasy is also a real-time action game, can you really hate everything about every Final Fantasy? It's not the best play, but it's also a very tempting play. Too anime for you. See, if that's what you don't like, then Final Fantasy 16 would be a Final Fantasy you would enjoy. Because it's not anime at all. Instead, it's Game of Thrones. Which is probably why a lot of people, myself included, kind of struggle with that one. If I do that, I could take the center slot. But if I do that, I could take the center slot as well. Wait, can I buff his spot? I don't want to do that. I'm not into Japanese anime. That's fair. You know, that's good enough for me. The top row, like, he's gonna struggle to do anything that's not me winning in the top row. Oh my god, I don't know how he's gonna not just lose. Not just lose straight up. I'd love to do Magic Pot. Oh, it's a negative for there? Oh, baby. Never mind, let's do this. No. This is good. That's a great way to make sure he never wins the bottom row. If he gets to place a card there, he might be able to take that row. Now this is good. Destroy the middle row for him. The only one I liked was Dragon Ball Z. That's the creator of Dragon Ball Z, literally died last week, but we found out today. Did I manage to take a card away? I'm better at this game than I thought. My god, I'm a fucking savant. Dude, this guy is being completely obliterated. I might just be better at deck building in this game than I thought. Alright, looks like the spot there's gone forever, but if I do this, I could also debuff his bottom row? Holy hell. This is just mean! Why won't it, the game won't end? They're just letting me beat up on him. Alright, that's mine now. Good lord. Alright, I can't do anything this turn, but also, like, I'm pretty sure this guy is legally obligated to give up his shop now. Like, he can't run a card shop anymore. Because I ground him into the dirt. No, like, literally, it was like an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, something like that, we found out.
You've got some serious skills, son. Joke's on me for thinking otherwise. Deal's a deal. Here's your card.
Alright, never mind. I was doubting my card, my deck building.
I'll be bringing my A game.
I should not have doubted my deck building. Yeah, no, he wasn't just a big deal in, like, the manga universe or the anime universe. Like, he was a big deal in the video game universe, too. Like Dragon Ball, Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, a million other things. A dude, pretty influential. Seminal.